My name is Daljit. Welcome to the show.
Hi there, and welcome to the channel, guys. How are you guys doing? Today we are gonna craft a tactic. Yes, we're gonna make a 4-3-1-2 on today's show. Yeah. In case some people are wondering, do I quote any websites? Do I quote them? Do I correct them? Well, one of the reasons why I started live streaming is because sometimes there is a bit of misinformation out there, but I don't want to go out and start finger pointing, right? I'm not that sort of person, I don't want to do that, and I don't want to say that some information is complete clickbait or it's complete trash or whatever. I'm not that kind of person, right? So if at any point you quote another website back to me as the gospel truth, then if I do accept when I'm wrong, right? I do, right? Some there are times when I'm wrong, and I will admit it, right? I will. But when I know something for a fact is not correct, right? It's because maybe I've got some hands-on experience that is backing me up, or the fact that I can ask somebody directly. Now, when that happens, I will definitely go in and say it's bullshit, but I won't do a show about it. So I'm not gonna go there, right? So yeah. So enough said. Enough said. I'm not that kind of guy. Anyway, yes. How are you guys doing? Maximovic, man. Every time I see your name, I'm thinking of Milenkovic, Milosevic, right? All the great Viches, right? And sometimes, right, when I see your name, I've forgotten the number of times, right? I've gone into a draft mode and just signed a Vich. Really, I mean, yeah, man, they are tough. They know how to defend. Milenkovic. I need, oh man, the number of players. There's some great players. Joe Mako, how are you? Long time no see. Hope you're well. Haven't you been quiet? You've been a quiet riot. Have you been knocking down some walls? Kachi Tong, good evening. How are you? And Nuno Neves, greetings from Portugal, man. Omri Carayel, Nick Fury, how are you, man? Yes, I can't go and correct websites, okay? I can't. One of the reasons why I started streaming or putting up YouTube content for FYI, right, was because of misinformation. I'm not going to name the sites. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay. All right. It's just. Then I'll get into this whole thing. And then. Why doesn't SI correct these sites? That's the question you should be asking. Why doesn't SI go out there and tell these sites that they got it wrong? Then SI will be dragged into the quagmire of having to deal with every single site. They can't afford that. That's one of the reasons why SI stopped that community thing they had. Now, last time, all these websites could put the seal that it's an affiliated site or whatever call it, right? SI actually stopped all that because it discovered that a lot of these sites were either some of the information was wrong, or they started putting logos up, downloaded files, everything. So SI went, okay, we're gonna have to stop this. We can't do this no more. But will SI go out there and correct? No. They used to, long time ago, in a land far, far away, before the days of social media and internet. Yeah, they did. They did. For a while. But they since stopped because it's too much work for them. And then we, as the moderators, we took it up for a while, and then we stopped as well because it was it's I don't know what's the term for it. These things that pop up from the ground like weeds, right? You pull out one weed, another one grows up. You pull out that weed, another one grows up. Pull out that weed, another one goes up, and you go afterward, you go, fuck the weeds. I'll just leave the place completely. So that was what I'm doing. Hey, you're from Serbia? Yeah, man. Right. So cool. So cool. It's like me, right? I'm from Punjab, right? I mean, I'm not from Punjab now. My ancestors come from Punjab. So we are very simple people. When you go out, you shout, sing. 1 million of them will put up their hands. Because we all have the same surname, Singh. And then you put out core, millions of women. So the men and the women sing and core. So much so that they started adding the village that we hail from in our names, right? So some of us are like Daljit Singh, I'm Bart. Come from the village of Bart. Yeah. Then you got all these kind of things. Yeah. Enough of names. You hate the 4-3-1, Mirez Leipzig plays this formation, and man, they're trouble. Okay. In the process of creating the formation, we'll also deal with how to counter the formation. So let's go. All right, so we gotta use another save, right? You know, this is from the community. I don't know. I mean, I'm like too lazy to use my own saves. Because if I use my own saves, I get very sad when I start losing, okay? So I'd rather use somebody else's save when I do this. All right, so let's clear everything. Let's just, clear this whole thing. I mean, I can't clear this, so we just go in there. Preset. Let's go to a preset, right? Tiki Taka. Do they have 4-3-1-2? Vertical, no. Gegen press. We're looking for I don't think they have one inside here, if I'm not mistaken. If they have one, it'll be wing play only. 4-3-3, no, they don't have. Fluid counter attack, won't have it. Direct counter attack, won't have it. Yeah, they won't have it. See, all these don't have. So they don't have one. So we'll just use this as the base. Okay, so essentially all this tactic is this, right? The 4-3, okay, basically I can use it from another base. My bad. I was not thinking straight. There is one. It's the 4-4-2 diamond, because the 4-3-1-2 is related to this formation. These two formations are very, very close, right? The 4-3-1-2 and the 4-4-2 diamond are basically just offshoots of one another. Okay. Because in a 4-4-2 diamond, we've got the defensive midfielder. We've got two central holding midfielders, right? Then we've got attacking midfielder, and we've got two strikers. We've got two wing backs. Now, we're not looking at the roles and duties just yet. We're just talking about the formation in general first. So, but then we have the 4-3-1-2. It's just a slight difference. Just pushes the defensive midfielder into forward role. Now, this formation is a formation that some managers have used, like Jose Mourinho, when he plays this. He used to play the 4-3-1-2 at Porto a lot. So it's one of his favorite formations because the formation floods the midfield, right? So you can see this 4 in midfield. They create a lot of problems for opposing sides. But for this formation to work really well, wing backs have to be a big part of the way they play, right? So a 4-3-1-2, if it doesn't have the wing backs bombing forward, you have a problem. You don't get width. You don't get, and in Football Manager, right? You gotta get width somewhere, because if you don't have width, you run into all kinds of issues. Maybe against a human player is not an issue, because most of the human players are gonna be bombing down the flanks anyway. So you go, who needs width? I just put these two guys on defense. Let him attack me for all I care, man. Put this guy as a ball-winning midfielder on support. Yeah, you wanna come? No problem. Yeah. Alright, then we turn this guy into maybe a DLP on defense, because this is gonna be nice. Ball winner. Then we turn these two guys into no-nonsense central defenders. Okay. Right. I think you get what I'm trying to do right now, right? We turn this guy into a shadow striker. We turn this guy to a target man. Right, on maybe even on attack, and then you turn this guy into an advance. So all you have now, maybe target man on support. So this guy drops a bit deeper to receive the ball. So all you have at the back is, of course, you turn this guy into a goalkeeper on defense. What do you have? Somebody's attacking you, and all you do is you hoof the ball up. So if you have a shadow striker like Milosevic, right, who can play in this position, has got fantastic jumping reach, right? He's very strong in the air. So if he gets to the ball, like, see this guy, okay, Milosevic. How do you spell his name? It's Milosevic, right? Isn't this guy exist in this game? No, he's not here. I think I got the player wrong, man. I don't know, but you get a player here who's got fantastic jumping reach, strength. It is Milosevic, right? I'm lost. Isn't it Milosevic? Me, man. Hey, you guys who play draft mode. Hey, who's the AMC? Isn't it Milosevic? Okay. Oh, this is November 28. He must have retired. No wonder. Okay. All right. So yeah, he must have retired. This is so far into the future. Yeah. Milinkovic Savic. Yes, that's the one. Oh, sorry. You all finally got it right. Yeah. if you have this player, I mean, in his prime, 33 years old, yeah, it's Milinkovic Savic. I'm such an idiot. I keep thinking of Milosevic. All right. Okay. See, this is your fault, you know. Maximovic, you started it, not me. I got tied up in the Viches and we got Savic. Oh my goodness. Man. All right, so look at this player. He's perfect for this role. Perfect. Right. So all you do when you're defending, somebody's attacking you, right? You just hoof the ball up. Right? You hoof the ball up, and I did that. I did exactly this in Draftwood. All right. There was only 3 minutes left on the clock. 3 minutes left on the clock, right? And I had to get my equalizer, right? So what I did was, I basically played a slightly different variation of this. I think I put 3 up front, 1 here, 2 here, and just hoof the ball forward. This guy both of these guys were like very tall in the air. I put a defender up and I just went for a goal. And all we did is hoof one in the air, ball landed, hit it, and we went to score a goal. But that's a different matter. But it is possible because that's a strategy, right? So, but you can do that against you can do that against human players, but you can't really do that against the AI because I tried this experiment as well, right? Last night I was playing against someone, and all I used were default tactics. I didn't tell him. He must have been annoyed. All I did was I went preset, good game press. This looks like fun. So I went in good game press, and I think was it? I can't remember which of the presets I used. I think I was playing the 4-3-3 DM white. Yeah. No. Okay. So I went to this and I just picked the game press and I played against him. It's exactly the same formation. All right. So, and yeah, it was we finished 2-2, but I wanted to see what the effect would be, right? All right, so coming back to this nonsense that we're talking about called, whatever. Wait, sorry, man. I know I'm in a very strange mood today. My missus, we had a good time today, but unfortunately for me, I made a couple of boobies today. Right? Okay, not boobies. I mean, goofed up a few times. Okay, all right. So we've got a narrow diamond, right? So you can actually work off a narrow diamond and we'll make a 4-3-1-2. Bang. You got yourself a 4-3-1-2. That's it. Play. Same principle, right? Here you got Mazzala, Carrillo. What do? They protect the flanks. Right? So these guys are just going to be the half spacers supporting the wingbacks that are bombing forward. In a 4-3-1-2, these guys got to bomb forward. So let's just pick this and go and play one. Right? There's nothing wrong with the tactic because the logic is the same, right? You need 2 roles that help you support the wingbacks as they go forward. The mistake a lot of people make with the 4-3-1-2 is the side roles are too aggressive. When they become too aggressive, because your fullbacks have to bring the ball forward, right? So every time they bring the ball, what we're going to do is we're going to try this out. Okay, let's make this guy a Mazzala on attack. I've seen this many times. Some people have done this a few times, and then they run into some kind of trouble. Okay, let's make this a Mazzala attack. We turn this guy into, let's just go like, maybe wingback on support. Okay. Underlap left, underlap right. Okay, what happens when you add an underlap? You see, 4-4-2, notice the underlap existed in the 4. Let's clear this, right? Let's come in here. Load, sorry, not load. I want you to observe one thing, right? Create new tactic. Shit, man. I'm not creating. I want to just go to presets. How the hell? Why can't I go to presets? Oh, because of this stupid button. I want to save. Test. 4-3-1-2-1. Okay, we'll just test this tactic. Now, I'm going to load the same tactic here. Is it here? Oh, man. In the wrong place. C, users, broad, documents, tactics, where are you? Tactics, right? Quick. Where is it? Did I just call it something? 442 diamond. Yeah, I think that's my own personal 442 diamond. Test. Okay, we'll just save it here, I guess. Test 4312. Yeah, okay. Test 4312. Save it here. Alright, so we saved it here. We load the same tactic here. Test 4312. Okay. Now we come back in here. Stupid thing. Okay. You gotta do it this way. It's a pain in the ass. Okay. Alright, we'll go back to the 442. Where is it? Fluid counter attack. Where's the 4? We got a few versions. Okay. Wing play. No, we won't use wing play. Vertical tiki taka most likely. Okay, there we go. Notice this. Look at the TIs. They got underlap left, underlap right. Think about SI, right? Sometimes they give you too much of a good thing. Okay. All right. Look at this, right? What's his mentality? Balance. Remove this. Now what's his mentality? Still balance, right? Okay. His mentality is a positive. Now you add the underlap. Okay. Mentality, positive. Right? Because yeah, he's on balance mentality. All right. This guy is still balanced, right? Okay. What does underlap do? Underlap tells this guy to look for inside runs. So you see these players. They got focus play to the middle, so everybody focuses on putting the ball through the middle. All right. These are all the instructions, right? So we just use the same instructions. We come in here. We got DLP and defend now. Right. So what does this guy do? He holds positions, drops a bit deeper. Wingbacks coming this way. This is just the defaults, okay? Can you play a target man as a strike? Yeah, of course you can. Yeah. Can be a target man on attack, man. Yeah, Milinkovic is a player on steroids. He can play all the way until his 40s. Very good player. SMS is one of my favorite players in the game. It's like, but the problem with SMS, right, is like, he's like Kylian Mbappe. I feel like I'm cheating when I'm using SMS. To be honest with you, I really do. Because he's just too good. He's just way too good in this position. He's just too damn good. Like, every time I clear the ball from defense, he wins the header. He controls the ball. And then, you know, his traits and his attributes, right? He just creates all these goal scoring chances. So got F9. F9, right? Hard-coded, right? Why? Because look at the mentality of the F9. It's cautious. Within the system is balanced, right? He's got the... See, okay, another thing, guys. I want you to understand this, right? Every role has got what we call different sets of mentalities, right? And they, of course, they've got their PIs as well. This cautious mentality actually makes him drop a lot deeper. And his initial, what we call the initial starting position of the role is a lot different compared to maybe a complete forward and support, right? So a complete forward support, he will be on cautious, right? This guy's on cautious, right? But even though they have the same value, the same mentality, cautious, right? They are not on the same numeric value because the value of mentality is between 0 to 20, right? So here we got balance, right? And then we've got this role is on balance as well. So they have the same, right? But look at the positioning of these two. That's how we tell that they have a different mentality value in the game. Because the two are not... See, this is the only thing SI didn't change, right? Okay, they didn't change this because this reflects the mentality of a player and his initial starting position. They're always going to be different. So we got complete forward attack. So he's going to be on a higher mentality now. He's going to be on very attacking. Let's drop this down to positive. Now he's still very attacking. Okay. All right. But what does that do? Within the band, his mentality band, maybe it's like just now was 19. Now it becomes 17. So it just drops him slightly more. Right. So because all these are bands, they're not like oh, he's balanced mentality, therefore he's the same, or he's on the same mentality as another player on balance. No, that's not the case. All these are bands, 0 to 20, right? So balance is a range of values between, say, about, if I'm not mistaken, right, that's a long time I've done this, between 8 and 11, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we've got all this done. Okay, so let's just play this using the same, right? So we'll save it here and then we go. In real life, we don't know why he's still with Lazio, right? Yeah, he's such a good player. You know, I know that Liverpool was actually interested in acquiring his services. I was so excited when news came that Liverpool was scouting Milinkovic-Savic, and I was like, yeah, please, man, I don't care. I just want him in our club. Because he's such a nuisance further up the pitch. I wouldn't want him to be playing in central midfield. That's like putting Amr Can in central midfield. But he's got something like, Amr Can was also a physical player, right? But it's like you can't really compare the two of them. It's not apples to apples. But Milinkovic-Savic is so much more of a better player. Okay, so our complete forward and pressing forward work well together in 4-4-2. It's just, okay, when you want two roles to work together, you have to ask yourself what the two roles are doing, right? Complete forward tends to run wide with the ball, pulls up play, brings others into play. A pressing forward, all he does is he puts pressure on the back line or on the opposition back line, but he also drops deep to support play as well. So if you've got two support duties, it might not work. Pressing for attack, now he's going to put pressure on the opposite defenders all the time. Complete forward is always going to be running. It's a good combination. It's a good combination simply because of how the two roles work. All right, so now what we're going to do is, okay, this is our 4-4-2, 4-3-1-2, right? So we made a 4-3-1-2. It's very basic 4-3-1-2. What are we looking for now? The problem with the 4-3-1-2 is if these guys don't come up the flanks, your tactic is busted. Because you can't possibly play like against a human, or you know the human is attacking you, and you go like defend duty, hoof the ball up here, put target man here, put advance for here, yay, win the game. Why? Because all you do is kick the ball off. Because you know the other guy is attacking you, right? So all you got, win the ball, win the game, right? But against the AI never does that. AI half the time, even when it's 1-0 down, he's going to play on balance mentality, right? So this is different. So you see where the wing backs are. So you see, these are your half space roles, right? But we're using this mentality. This is a default, right? We haven't changed anything from the default settings. But it's perfect. You got the perfect roles. You got Carrello, you got Mazzala. This Mazzala is a bit more of a support duty at the moment, but he plays differently. He gets further forward, stays wider, moves into chance, and roams. Whereas this guy just stays wider. He just hangs about in the half spaces, supporting play. He doesn't roam from position. He doesn't do all the glory things that this guy does. This guy does a lot more stuff. He moves between players. He moves between the fullback and the touchline. You might see him coming here, telling the wing back, hey, give me the ball, I'll cross it for you. Carrello ain't gonna do that. He's just gonna hang about here and play the safer options. He's gonna look for somebody to pass the ball to. So when you make a 4-3-1-2, this is something to think about. Are there other roles that you can use here? Of course, you can play. I've done this with 3 playmakers. All 3 of their whole positions. So I got deep line playmaker, roaming playmaker, deep line playmaker. 2 whole positions that don't go very far because they're relative to the formation as it moves up and down. It's not very ambitious, but the reason why I have whole position is because I want these guys to be complete wingbacks bombing down the flanks. That's also one other option, right? So when we create this, you see how well they keep the ball. You see this guy is running all over the place, right? So that's the Carrello from here. He's popped up here because of the line of engagement and this, right? So he's gone all the way here. He's still here. This guy, look at where our Carrello has ended up. Right. But the good thing about this game is when this guy comes up, the problem is when he comes up, right, you can see, right, all the gaps opening up, right? So you got to be very careful when you choose your roles, right? So we go into this player, dictates tempo, moves like balls to play feet, aggression 14, that could explain why. His positioning is very good, 16, but apparently he doesn't want to listen to where he's supposed to be, right? So all he does is he tracks the other player halfway across the pitch. Should I play a left-footed Mazzala on the left or the right? Oh, that's a good question. Mazzalas are not like inverted wingers, right? So inverted wingers, you're better off playing right-footed because you want them to use the outside of the foot. But for Mazzalas, it's okay. You can play left on left. Yeah. So who is this? This after the throw-in. This is the Mazzala playing. Okay. Yeah. So he's gone down the flanks. We're still using the AIs. We're still using the default tactics, right? So we're not using, the default, play instructions and team instructions from the 4-4-2 diamond because this is a relative. Okay. But we're going to tweak it because the default instructions are way too many. Okay. It's just way too many. So I'm going to remove a lot of them. Okay. I'm going to focus play left and down. I'm going to focus down the flanks. Why would I want to focus play to the middle? Put everything in the middle and just choke the center. Look at this. When in reality, we also have very narrow. So we're going to do wall passing with very narrow. So I'm going to go, basically just going to use this. Yeah. And yeah, let's just try this out. What happens when I do this? Okay. So this is one way of doing it, right? So, okay, let's see what happens. Let's just speed things up a bit more. Okay, so now the wingback, the Carrello, and the Mazzala. Look at their rating, 6.6, 6.6, 6.7. Wait, we got a highlight. focus play, dude. Now we got more players saying, hey, the wing back on the wing back, hey, I'm here to help you out now. Okay? All right, when you get the ball, don't worry. We shall shift towards your area to make sure that you have passing options. So now whenever the wing back goes up, or whenever play moves to the left, we got more players coming down here to make sure that there are options. So now he moves over. Now as this guy gets up, the whole team shifts. You see how they're shifting towards him? They're giving options. But this is a wing back, right? He drills all the way down there. Michel's is just there. Okay, so fine. We got that done. All right. So basically, just a very simple thing. Now, lower tempo waits for everybody to get up the pitch. We don't want to do that. This is like bloody vertical tiki-taka. We just want to make it a bit faster. All right. We're going to remove this and we're going to dribble less because there's way too much of that happening at the moment. Okay. Bang. So we're just tweaking the tactic as we for me, the default instructions, while they're okay, I tend to remove quite a few of them to simplify the tactic a lot more. Okay, so we have support, link up play, we got width. You see this? Whenever the ball goes up, this guy shifts, gives him options, he goes down the flank. Okay, not too bad. But remember this, wingbacks always get, wingbacks are always trying to go down the flanks, right? Okay, now we make the second and final tweak to the tactic, right? We're gonna go low crosses. Why? Because wingbacks, they go to the byline. So whenever you have a role that goes to the byline, have low crosses on. Okay. And the other thing is this tactic has got an F9. So the F9 is dropping. There's a heck of a lot of movement in this tactic, courtesy of the F9, because the F9 drops really deep, right? So because he drops really deep, we're playing against this defensive formation. What do we do? Because when you play against a defensive formation like this option is fine. Maybe if we wanted to, we got Mazzala going here, we got Carrillo going here. This F9, how many attacking options do we have in this tactic at the moment? Basically, one. It's called a complete forward, and that's about it. It's very painful. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go pressing forward on attack. Yay! Change this to a complete forward support. B, he's still going to be in the box. We'll turn this guy into a shadow striker. Okay, now we've got a lot more options for these wingbacks to get excited about. So we've gone complete forward. We don't have a the F9 anymore. We've got this guy called Monroe. We don't know if he's suitable for this role. His aggression is 11. Who about this guy? I like to choose. Okay, his aggression is 15, so we swap them. Okay. I actually value whenever you want to have a pressing forward, go pick one who's got aggression. That's the first thing you check. Okay. So we just change. Let's see the reason why I want to change the F9. The F9 dropped all the way here. And because that is his starting mentality is very low. And his initial stages when they did the game the first time, F9 used to just drop around here. Then during the first iteration of the match engine, after that we kept making a lot of noise. He has to drop a lot more deeper. So the F9 now drops all the way up down to here. Because the F9 and the target man were all dropping around the same zones. Okay. This is the big problem for the 4-3-1-2. Right, balls over the top. You got to look out for that as well. Okay. So, okay. All right. I mean, you can do that if you have a target man, right? So we have a pressing forward. Is putting pressure on the back line. We have to make one more change to this tactic, right? Okay, we make one more change. Come in here. Actually, we've done that change. Goalkeeper on defense. We just saw the kick out, right? So we don't want the kick out from the goalkeeper. So 4-3-1-2 attacks the flanks, right? Remember this? The wing backs have to be a big feature of your tactic. Right now, those wing backs are not doing much, right? We're going to tweak that slowly. Because we want to put pressure. Because we're playing against a 4-3-1-2, and that's dangerous as well. 4-2-3-1. The 4-3-1-2 is playing against a 4-2-3-1. So if we lose the ball, we're in a lot of trouble, right? Because they'll be able to counter our back line. So we have to make sure that we keep the ball relatively well. So we create roles that don't waste any time, right? Bring the ball up. So earlier we had an F9. We take our own sweet ass time to build play up. Okay. So now the last bit, I'm gonna make something shorter, higher tempo. This is fine. We'll ball into balls. That's fine. Okay, let's take a chance, right? Had a wing back. A wing back going up. We got wing back. Mazzala is the Yeah, Mazzala. Okay. The reason why the wingback on support made sense is because this Mazzala is going to end up here. So we don't want the wingback to get too far away. Okay, so but we have a wingback on attack here. So what we should do is we should move the pressing forward here. Okay, so pressing forward, we move him here. We move the complete forward on support here. Why? Because as the complete wingback comes up, he's got Carrillo, but Carrillo's not going to get too close to the box, right? So complete forward will drop deep. We revert this back to wingback on support. So now what we have is a wingback on attack going this way. Carrillo is going to be a bit more safer, right? He's going to not do too many crazy stuff. Then you got a complete forward who will drop off just a bit more. He'll roam from position. We got a pressing forward who's attacking this position. And then we'll just, yeah, let's go. This is one of your favorite formation shapes. I love the 4-3-1-2. It was my long-time favorite from FM, the days of Championship Manager. In fact, the only formation I used to play, in the early days of Championship Manager was 4-3-1-2. Because in my head, this is one of the more efficient tactics. But the problem is you have to find the right central midfielders. That's the pain in the ass about this tactic. Oh, and the other thing is, if you got a Carrillo who gets into opposition area, you got a Frank Lampard player. That's the cool thing about this, right? He will arrive in the box. He will not be as creative as a Mazzala, but he'll help you win the ball back. But the next thing you know, he's in the box trying to score goals. That's a Carrillo. You can if you want to go that route. Yeah, okay. Now, okay, we're playing as a 4-2-3-1. I'm going to try something different. Okay, I want to win this game, but I want to do it in some, I'm going to do something here. Okay, I'm going to go with a double ball winning midfielder combination and a DLP on defense. I want to launch these two guys now. Complete wingback on attack. I could lose this game. Because this is the problem with the 4-3-1-2, right? You want to attack as much as you can. So you need these. But the moment these two guys can't stamp their authority on the match, you run into trouble. So we are running, and you also have to look at the opposite formation. We are playing against a 4-2-3-1. Doing this against a 4-2-3-1 is extremely risky. Okay, so we got press. Okay, I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into a pressing forward. Wait, hold on. We're going to turn this into a pressing forward support, and turn this into an advanced forward attack. Okay. Focus play down the left, focus play down the right, dribble less, no ball into box, very narrow, that's fine. Okay. Take short kicks, high defensive line, more line. Okay, prevent short group. Okay, done. We've done everything. I mean, that's the most I can think of, man. How do you defend crosses with this formation? You pray that you can. you know, when you play these kind of formations, right? If you are gonna be worried about defending crosses, this is an attacking formation. No? If whenever you give up position on the flanks, right, you are going to be defending against crosses, and you have to just make sure you got two very solid central defenders. See, look at the difference it makes, right, when your wingbacks are higher up the pitch. This is the reason why the 4-3-1-2 is such a difficult formation to master. Okay, the 4-3-1-2 does well on the back of its wingbacks. If your wingbacks are going to be kept back, you're always going to struggle, because then you're trying to make too much happen with those roles in front, those three, right? So you can always, after this point, right, we scored a goal, right? This is when it become a nonsensical system. I'll turn this guy into AM on support, and I don't know, this might work. I have no clue. We're just trying shit out. Okay. Okay, but tag. I'm just trying shit out, man. Okay. It's just like, okay, all right, we've taken the lead. It's only the 25th minute. We're turning into one of those teams that just hooves the ball forward. All right, yeah, baby. No play on defense. No more ball into box. Yeah. We're gonna regroup. We're gonna counter. There ain't no short kicks, brother. I'm like laughing, right? It's like some sick laughter I'm having. Yeah, baby, come on. Oh man, my wife could see me now. She start worrying about my mental health. Okay. All right, so yeah, can he be a target man? You short ass. Okay. You're too Bloody both of them are short. Okay, what about you? Masaudi? No, you can't. Yeah, give me one of the defender. Murillo, can you jump? Oh, you're 12. No. We need a defender then. Josh Marsh, 12. Come on. Give me a defender. Salvador, so 13. There's no difference. I need a defender. Who's jumping reach? Oh, 17. Okay, good. Okay, target man. All right. Or better still, you target man here. Okay, you Michels, you play here. Pino play here. Monroe play here. Okay, good. You are just going to... Okay, we are just going to do this. Okay, you... it's just a crazy thing we're doing right now, right? Okay. Distribute to position. Okay. All right. Now we got DLP. We have Pino. Pino is what? Pino is a winger, right? So we're gonna take him off. Since we put this guy here, you are gonna be a ball winner. So who do we have a ball? Probably this guy can be a ball winner. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's see if this works. 4-3-1-2 is just a 4-4-2 diamond. Yeah, I'm not telling you to change your mind. It is exactly that, man. CBR. It's a 4-4-2 diamond is a 4-3-1-2 is just a 4-4-2 diamond but flatter. Yeah, exactly. Correct. And just like the 4-4-2 diamond, if those wingbacks don't go up the pitch, your 4-4-2 diamond rises and falls on the back of them. Right. So now what we've done is we just changed our tactic into a hoof the ball tactic. Okay, so far we don't have possession, right? Okay, let's pop this up. Yeah, we just hoofing the ball. Bang, goes to him. Michel gets the ball. He's like a target man. Bloody hell, he can't pass the ball to save his life. Yeah, I'm just waiting for my goalkeeper to get the ball. Okay, come. Wait, do we have NCDs? Yeah, we got NCDs. Wing back on defend. Okay, good. I don't know if this is gonna work, right? This is just an experiment, right? So it might fail. It's so early in the game to do it. So all I'm doing is just playing with these guys sitting back right now, and I just hoofing the ball forward to this position, and hoping that this target man on support is he on support? No, he's on attack. Okay, this target man on support drops a bit deeper to receive the ball of him. Then we just attack with one advance forward. But we're gonna end up defending a lot because of the setup. The forest save, no, it's not over, man. I still play the forest save, but I haven't done videos on that lately. Yeah, it's not over. It's still going on. And forest is also gone strikeless. There we go. So all them just hoofing the ball up, right? So now they've got target man on support. Oh man, so I just move you up forward. Okay, Monroe plays there. So I just moved my defender up to the top. So I'm just turning him into like a target man. So this is just one option that you have in the game. It's a crazy option, but you can do that to hoof the ball forward to a specific player, even with a 4-3-1-2. So this is our target man is here. Remember, he picked up the ball just now, right? So it makes it easier for us to link up play by going forward. Okay. And this is just one role. Like, I mean, if you wanted to, you can go into like a kind of a harakiri. I won't say harakiri. If like you're down by a goal and you want to try something crazy, yeah, you can drop this and then you have like a target man and then you launch balls from the back. But your passing is direct and your mentality is high, very high, like very attacking. Because you need to raise the mentality to very attacking for that to happen. Okay, so this is just one. So we're just gonna quickly just go through this right now. Because we just given up total possession of this. What have we done? We just given up the ball, right? We're just hoofing the ball forward right now. If you look at the possession numbers, it will definitely show that. See that? Actions those show that we're not playing with the ball. Okay, now this is one variation. Now what about other variations? We got Michel's, right? I'm gonna take you off again. Defender, midfielder, you come back here. Salvador, come here. Wait. What are you? AM. You're a defender. No, just bring you here. Okay, now what about other combinations, right? You go wing. Now we go complete wing back. Okay, wing back on supports. This is a mistake combination. I've seen people do this before. Okay, what they do is they do this, right? Mazal on attack. Mazala on attack. What happens when you do this? Right, you have this player or defense, right? Okay, let's go here. Player or defense. Distribute now to area player. Okay, take short kicks, distribute. Oh no, you don't need this. Okay, counter press. All right. What happens when you have these roles? When you play, when you create a 4-3-1-2 with these kind of attacking roles, right? This Mazala, and a DLP, right? Let's assume that you have this ambitious plan to get everybody attacking. Okay. All right. We got this 59 minutes. We can still see something happen. Now, when you have this, everybody's attacking. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's a mistake. What I'm saying is that you're gonna have to play. If you put the Mazalas on attack, you may as well turn the wingbacks on attack, because otherwise, what's gonna happen is your Mazalas are gonna push forward, and the wingbacks are nobody to pass the ball to. They have to keep running, and the moment the opposition starts to put pressure on those wingbacks, you lose the ball, right? So if you wanted to do something like this, is all of these have to be on attack. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, all have to be on attack duties, so that you can see them. As they bring the ball forward, there's another role there that's not too far away from them. Okay, now we saw one attack pattern like this. Now, what happens if you turn this guy into a wingback on support and wingback on support? Because you think that's crazy, right? I don't want to do that. I want to have Mazalas on attack, but I don't want the wingbacks on attack. When this happens, your Mazalas are isolated. Right, they're too far forward for your wingbacks to pass the ball, and you will see our first highlight shows the AI attacking us, right? That's because that role change didn't really work. The last time I made a change, the highlight was of us, right? So, okay. So far we haven't seen. We got one throw in, okay, bang, goes up. Okay, see, right? Okay, this guy gets the ball. Look at where the wingbacks are. Okay, they are already very high up the pitch. Okay, that's not too bad. Mazalas are quite far away. Look at where the Mazala is. He's already here. Look at this now. Goalkeeper gets the ball. The defender gets the ball. He has to play it back. The Mazalas can't be found. Right? Here's the ball. Your wingback is here. Right? So this is something that you have to be very, very careful of when you play Mazalas on attack. So when you play Mazalas on attack, the players have to have very, very good positioning. Otherwise, you're going to end up in situations where your Mazalas cannot be found with the pass. Right? So this is the reason why just now when I did this, I went wingback on attack. Wingback on attack. So I put them all on the same mentality, so that these roles move forward together. So I only have these 3 roles protecting us. It's a very, very attacking 4-3-1-2. I just used the AM role. So there was no other no reason why specifically. The reason why I wanted this role is because we got so many attacking duties, right? I need one support duty here. Otherwise, if this guy's on attack, the moment these 2 guys get the ball, they only have one option. They have to push the ball forward. Now, if this guy's on a support, at least they can cycle possession through him. Right? This guy can easily be turned into an engauche as well. So you see, he's here. Look at where this role is. Murillo, right? Look at his position right now. He's here right now. So he's definitely going to be an option. So we got this role here, which is the target man support. The target man support is dropped deeper here, right? See, because we have a support duty on this position, he is able to help us move the ball. So there is what we call a pivot, so that other roles can move off him. So now this other role can move off this player. So he's got options. He gives it back to the DLP. They go backwards. So these are some ways. If you wanted to play at that, am I recommending this as a way to create a 4-3-1-2? No, I don't like this because it's way too attacking. Right? I don't like to do this. I prefer, on the other hand, to turn these 2 goals into Mazalas on support, or rather, this one is okay. You can do Mazala. There's nothing wrong with that, but you just need very, very good players for this. Right? You need very good players. If you are not so sure, then you can go with ball-winning midfielders on support, or you can go with Carrillo, right? So the reason why Mazala was my first choice is because they stay wider, they roam from position, but you need good players. Second choice was Carrillo. My third choice is actually ball-winning midfielder or DLP. I like DLPs if I really, really feel because DLPs, they hold the ball, right? So when they hold on to the ball, looking for options, right, the wingback, it's time to go around him, So, and the DLP can play all kinds of passes. But you just need the right player. So you see what's happened? The link-up play is so much more nicer when the Mazala's on support. Because then you don't have these guys driving forward all the way, this is the way to make a really good 4-3-1-2. The principles are the same, you know, with the 4-4-2 diamond, the 4-2-3-1, my Christmas tree, which I love, the 4-3-2-1. Oh man, the Christmas tree is my favorite, man. You can even do this with a narrow 4-2-3-1, right? So the principles are exactly the same, right? So you turn this thing and you go 4-2, is it? Narrow 4-2-3-1, right? One of my favorite formations in FM, what was it? FM 16, right? I used to play this a lot because in FM 16, this was lethal and it's still potentially very, very good right now. I don't know why I'm changing the subject, but hey, man, since you guys are here, I might as well show it to you. Okay, so we'll turn this guy into like we can turn into like a box to box. Okay, we turn this guy into a DLP on support. I think DLP on defend. DLP on defend. I think because the problem is you got these 3 roles that are occupying this space. This guy is gonna have to. In order for him to move up and down, right? What does he need? He needs these guys to vacate the premises. Okay, so this guy better do something like maybe Shadow Striker. Somebody's gonna attack the space. Okay, that's one. So you can. So this guy can actually stay. This guy can actually be like an Engosh, right? All right, Engosh holding this stuff, and this guy can be another Shadow Striker or a Trequartista or maybe an attacking midfielder on attack. Okay, right. So we got these roles. This guy is going to say this box to box, this wingback on attack. Holy cow! I'll turn this. Yeah, this wingback has to come forward. Okay, so we got box to box. Focus play on the left, focus play on the right. They go through this guy, and this guy goes through the middle. This guy should be advanced ball is possible because it moves into the channel. So this guy's gonna go left and right. Okay. This guy is an attacking midfielder. So you see this? He just depends on who's playing this position. Tries killer balls, knocks past, arrives. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, so we can expect a bit of the unexpected from him. What is this guy? Monroe. Plays tries to like play to feed. Okay, that guy is a perfect shadow striker. Murillo moves in the charge, now cuts inside on both wings. Actually, this guy should be further forward. Molina argues to the officials. What the that's the only thing he's good for, is it? Maradona was probably you hardly saw Maradona tackle, right? So this is another way you can do it. You can even play this as a Trequartista. Then you got drop. It's very annoying because you can't pick this player up. So you see, if you learn and master the 4-3-1-2, you can make a lot of formations. You can make the 4-2-3-1 narrow, you can make the Christmas tree, you can make the 4-1-3-2 because you understand about controlling, using the flanks, about how important it is to use the flanks very well. Because how do you defend the flanks then? Or then you better get 2 very good central defenders. That's how you defend the flanks. You get 2 wide midfielders who can tackle players. Like here, we have to have players who can keep the ball. If you can't keep the ball, you're in trouble. You have to be able to keep the ball whenever you're attacking, and you need these 2 players to be able to win the ball, right? Win the ball, keep the ball, move the ball. These players are so important, right? So, and I will play wingbacks on attack almost all the time for a narrow system like this against the AI. But against humans, it's a different story altogether. So we're not going to talk about human play, right? Human play is different, man. I can't play like this against human players. I'll die. Because if I was playing this against another player and I played exactly the same formation, right? If I see this formation, I will just attack him down the flanks, right? And I'll just have 1 anchorman or 1 halfback or 1 DM in front of my backline. And all I do is like I play a 4-3-3 DM. That's it. I just attack him down the flanks. He's just gonna die because his wingbacks can't get up. Every time his wingbacks go forward, I play the ball over the wingbacks. And then the wingbacks lose the ball. The wingbacks are caught in no man's land. The 2 defenders now have to take care. One of the defenders guaranteed to be pulled out of position, leaving the other defender exploited. So it's really simple, but you have to understand how to use the wingbacks. All these wingerless systems, they require your wingbacks to actually get up the pitch, right? If they don't get up the pitch, your tactics suffer. So that's just one way of doing it, right? So okay, so how many variations of 4-3-1-2 can we make? Okay, so we covered the basics of the 4-3-1-2, right? So let's holiday to the next match. You're probably going to die in the next game. Probably it's going to be Manchester City or some other team like that. It's going to be fun, man. You want with this? Yeah, you can win a lot of titles with a 4-3-1. The 4-3-1-2 is just, man, it's to die for, man. You have to play. If you like the 4-4-2 diamond, I don't understand. If you enjoy the 4-4-2 diamond, you will love the 4-3-1-2. Okay, let's make another one, right? Okay, let's make one where these guys hold up the ball. This is crazy, right? And this guy is just a central midfielder defense. That's it. All he does is defend. We got two hope. This is so bloody unambitious, you might think. All right. So there we got a shadow striker here. We got one deep line forward on support. We got one advanced forward on attack. All right. Then we put one complete wing back on attack. And another complete wing back on attack. Let's throw away this bloody underlap. Not interested. Okay. Focus. Let's go. Do we want shorter? Okay, we can actually focus. You can also focus play to the middle. But like what? Pass to him and then pass to him. It doesn't make sense, right? So you can focus play to the middle. Let's try both and see what happens, right? I personally prefer focus play down. Focus flanks. Right? Okay, remove this, dribble less. Okay, this, yeah, this can work. I mean, looks perfect. Okay, quick pick. I don't know who's playing what, but we'll go from there. Maradona was all over the pitch, man. Those days. Okay, remember some of Maradona's most famous goals, right? Come from him dropping all the way deep to pick up the ball and run at defenders. Nah, he just ran at defenders, man. Because people just hated playing against him. Yeah, and gosh, in Argentina can be mobile. I always say, here is a bit mobile. You're talking about, yeah. Ball winning midfielder is hard coded to do more than I won't say hard coded. It's just the difference between the two roles is just that ball winning midfielder tackles harder. That's it. He dives into field. That's it. Closing down area is much more than a box to box midfielder. A box to box midfielder has got roam from position. That's the difference, right? So whereas a ball winning midfielder, he's got a big area of influence where he's trying to win the ball. Okay, let's try this. We're making an entirely different 4-3-1-2 right now. Okay, so this is a totally different 4-3-1-2 where we have this plan of just holding the fort with two players. It might fail. DLP, CMD. Go forward and conquer. And let's make it even more funky. Ball playing defender. Goalkeeper, don't try anything stupid. We've got a lot of flashy players on the pitch who all think that they are God's gift to football. Distribute the fullbacks. Okay, all right, done. High defensive line. Let's try something. Okay, we'll just leave a higher defensive line. Okay, I'm just shit. I need the offside. This is one time I definitely need the offside trap. I got no other defense. I got zero defense, man. Look at DLP. Look at him go, baby. Look at that. Look at what the DLP is doing. He's protecting the flanks, which is what we want, right? So we want somebody to protect. Now remember this, he holds position, right? So he's not gonna then you have to check out his traits. Traits like gets into opposition area, arrives late in the opposition. And those are things that you have to check, because if he has those traits, then his holds position is only a tendency. It happens some of the time. That's what a trait does. A trait is not a if and statement in Football Manager, like an absolute. It's not. It's a tendency to do something. Look at that. First things first, the DRP went boom. I'm giving the ball. Notice this? Yeah. So this is a totally different setup, right? Okay, we drop the line of engagement now. That's it. You're like, all right. You use tight marking, get stuck in. And we tell them, come hither, babies. Come down the flanks. Why have I done that? I want their wing backs to come forward. I want their attacking players to come high up the pitch. Because what I'm trying to do right now is I am trying to draw them in and then use the two playmakers to hit one over the top. Because if I hit one over the top, what do I have? See, so this is where you can go with combinations like target man, shadow striker, advanced forward, DLP will look for target man, right? Then the complete wing backs are roaming. So they sometimes come inside, sometimes they go down the flanks. Very, very attacking roles. Yeah. They just make they will decide what to do on the flanks, basically. So we got this guy coming in. This guy CM on defense, quite smart. All right. This is the reason why the ball playing defender is so important. The central defenders are so important in a 4-3-1-2. The most important role in a 4-3-1-2 is actually 2 central defenders. Because half the time, if you want to play a 4-3-1-2, the first 2 players you look at are your defenders. Are your defenders good enough? Because your defenders will have to clear a lot of the ball. They have to be fast. They have to be Johnny on the spot, right? Because you can't depend on, like, you're going to have to defend against crosses all the time. You can't go like, how do I block crosses? Okay. So we've got, So the reason why we are so far back, right, is because of our line of engagement. Remember that. So the ball goes long. Oh, that wasn't so good. Okay, again, playmaker, advance forward, tries to give it to the other playmaker, gives it back. They're going to look for the DLP. Notice that? So your ball playing defenders actually look for the DLP. So you have to make sure that you see, this is something, right? The DLP dropped deep. Ball playing defender looked at him straight away. The DLP just couldn't get to the ball. The biggest success I had with DLP was playing James Rodriguez as DLP, sir, in my Milan save back, and he had some pretty low problems. I play a lot of DLPs. I like getting DLPs. They need options, right, to pass the ball. Otherwise, they look like they end up looking like bad rolls. You can't really do well. See, all these are the same. See, look at that. They hold their position, right, and they look at it. We haven't done anything in terms of pressing, right? We didn't go and give those DLPs greater pressing instructions. No, they didn't. We didn't do that, right? So they're performing, they're protecting the flanks. So that is just another way of playing it, right? So you can do DLP. We can also use other roles. But when we use these roles, you have to understand what you have to understand. Oh my god, it was flashing. Oh, I'm muted now. I saw the muted. I saw muted. Yeah, I was muted. Sorry. Okay, I just changed it to fullback on attack, right? Sorry guys, I was muted. Yeah. Okay. The fullback on I think I muted myself because I had to stop talking. Okay. There's a difference between a fullback and attack and a complete wingback. Now, the wingback dribbles the ball. The fullback on attack does something different. He looks to pass the ball, then receive the ball, then run with the ball, pass the ball, and receive the ball again. Go down the flank, make the cross, or pass the ball. That's it. Okay. So the fullback attack is a doable role, but not the best role. Because then you are expecting these roles to work in tandem with him to bring up the ball. So if you use a fullback, most likely you'll be using a box-to-box midfielder. Because then these two roles, they don't have much to do. You're asking these two roles to get involved in the transitions as well. The two central midfielders. See, look, we changed to fullbacks, right? Nothing happened. Yeah, nothing is happening. We got one highlight. That's about it. Maybe he tic-tac-toe up the pitch, right? That was a highlight. Key highlights. So let's go to comprehensive. Yeah, no, you guys are brilliant. You guys should be used to lip reading by now, man. I'm surprised you guys haven't become lip reading masters. Anybody who follows this stream we are training you to be lip reading masters. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's look out for the fullback, right? The fullback's first act was not to dribble with the ball, it was to notice that? Fullbacks, you gotta understand these roles because you're gonna use them on the flanks. Do you use a wingback? Do you use a complete wingback? Do you use a fullback? So you have to understand what all these roles bring to the table. Fullback's going to be a bit more better defensively. Look at their positioning. Right, so their positioning is quite good. So you're looking at these ball-winning midfielders doing as much work. You win the ball. Look at where the fullbacks are. You see, once you won the ball, the fullbacks didn't bolt forward, right? Wingbacks will. They'll just take the extra step forward. So assume you've taken a 2-goal lead and you are telling yourself, maybe I just don't want to lose the ball, right? Maybe I want to be a bit more defensive. Then change your complete wingback to a fullback on attack, right? Your fullback on attack will be a bit deeper, but this affects you bringing the ball up. That's all. Hey, Claudio Almeida, how are you, man? You zoom? Oh, okay. Like this? Okay, so this is as much as I can zoom, right? Sorry. So these are the small little things that you want to pay attention to, okay? All right. So we got this 4-3-1. Now look at that. They've changed to a double defensive midfielder system with 2 strikers, 2 wingers. This system should tear us apart. It should, no? But we got fullbacks, right? So this should be interesting. Look where our fullbacks are. Look at where's our fullback. Look at him. Look at him. He's already received the ball. Now he doesn't go so far forward. Right? They pass the ball. The only problem is you have to make sure that they come back. Their priority is help defend. So we are like trying to support a 1-0 win, but then we go. This is the way to defend a 4-3 with a 4-3-1-2, right? So if you want to defend with a 4-3-1-2, you have to think, okay, maybe I should change my roles to fullbacks, right? Instead of fullbacks, drop in. So we've taken that 1-goal lead and we've gone into fullbacks and hoping to God, of course, then the last thing you add is time wasting and all that other stuff. But did we play fullbacks? No, we're still playing fullbacks on attack. Because the position that they drop in. You formatted my PC even if I don't have that save on the save where Daljit players come to life. Oh, come to life on Valencia. Yeah, man. Before this save, you don't have it anymore. I can send you the save, man, if you want. If you need the save, just tell me. I'll send you the save. This is your save, right, Claudio? Not my save. It was your save. You sent it to me. And then, yeah. I'm supposed to take off Valencia because that's where I am in this save. But I didn't feel right. Yeah. No. I didn't sign myself from. It's not my. I just your save. I just use it to help. Whenever we are trying to make tactics. So this is what I do. Just make with your save. I just make tactics. It doesn't make a difference to me whether I win or lose. It's just that. Yeah. So you see how the fullbacks are positioned. Not like wingbacks. Wingbacks will be here. So you can actually work the ball out of defense, right? There you go. Fullback. You notice that he doesn't dribble. He gets forward now, waiting for the pass. Right, so he goes all the way. So this is how fullbacks work in the game. Unlike wingbacks. Wingbacks, on the other hand, they're going to dribble, right? Fullbacks get into the position first. Then they look for options. So when you use fullbacks in a 4-3-1-2, there's a time and a place to use a fullback. You just have to understand how they're going to operate. So the simplest role to use, get off the ground with a 4-3-1-2 is always going to be the wingback or a complete wingback. Then the other roles that you can work in a 4-3-1-2 are things like, okay, you can use 2 DLPs, but that's not really too necessary. You can go for something that's very Bob basic. Go to Carrello, go with a Mazzala, right? You can do that, and then you can play with 2 complete wingbacks, and then here you can play with a DLP on defense or any defense duty. These guys will help you protect the flanks. Of course, something like even something like a DLP can be used here. A CM on support also can be used here. Remember, this guy is gonna stay wider if he has the ball. Do you need to put it in? Not really, because this complete wingback is gonna come up the pitch, and this guy is gonna help you protect the flanks. Then up top, the combination is entirely up to you. You can play a really safe 4-3-1-2. Attacking midfield and support. This guy drops in, this guy goes in. So you have a lot of link play because you might want to be patient with the build-up. But I like my 4-3-1-2s to have a lot of one-touch passing. Right? So how do I get one-touch passing? I play like shadow strikers, DLF, like this. Right? These 3 are very attacking roles. This guy drops passes to this guy attacks the box and gets to, and attacks, right? So the Mazzalas, think about Mazzalas, they drift wide looking for options to cross the ball. Now, if you put a Mazzala here, who's he going to pass the ball to? This guy? He's nowhere near the box. So actually, here the Mazzala should be here. Because the Mazzala goes wide here, who does he have to cross the ball to? This guy. So the position you place your Mazzala is very important. Because it's got to be opposite the flank of the most attacking duty. So here, if you don't, I'll probably play like something else. You can even play ball winning midfield and support Carrello. These are 2 very simple roles. They just bomb forward, and you bring death and destruction to teams. Naturally, your goalkeeper, you don't want him to be the first to boot up the ball. But remember this, right? If a team presses you and tries to prevent short goalkeeper distribution on you, that's when you go sweeper keeper, right? Because then you need the sweeper keeper sometimes to work away from the high press that the opposition does on you. So this is one way you can set it up. So another way you can set up a 4-3-1-2 is probably, a safer one, right? If you wanted to do something, you can even do it this way. Fullback out there. Remember earlier, right? What we said, these guys are gonna do the shimmy, right? Up and down, up and down. They're looking for people. You can put 2 box-to-box midfielders and maybe, because these are roaming, so you put Mazzala. Box-to-box is just nice. Okay, box-to-box, 2 box-to-box. Fullback on attack, shadow striker. Same. So these guys go up and down in tandem with the fullback on attack. So when the fullback on attack, you want to do something like this. This role should be something simple like a CM on defense. Okay, don't make this a DLP. So you get simple CM on defense who comes deep to get the ball. He drops deep to get the ball, works the ball here. So these guys use these players to work the ball up the pitch. And then, do I focus? You can play focus play down the left. I prefer this instruction. Yeah, that's one other combination you can use. I'm not touching this, right? So let's say you want to go pressing forward here. You can go pressing forward and you can definitely go complete forward, but the benchmark is so high for that tactic. I'd rather just go pressing forward and say advance forward. Yeah, advance forward is easy. Yeah, so pressing forward, advance forward, shadow striker. That's one way. You can use ball winning midfielders. You can use Carrellos. There's so many ways of setting this up. The same principle as a DL, the same principle as a 4-4-2 diamond, right? Not that difficult. So your choice. If you play fullbacks on attack, it's kind of interesting because when you play fullbacks, right, you have to think about these 2 roles and how they're going to help these guys get the ball back. Regista is going to be very, very aggressive. Yeah, if the opponent has, whenever they have 2 wingers, they have 2. I like, actually, I'll tell you when I love using a Regista, when they have a DM. right? So I like using a register when they have a DM. I also like using a register when they are attacking me with an 4-2-3-1, because my register is going to be pushing up higher up the pitch, right? So it's going to be forcing their AM to help them defend. So I'm pulling their AM away with my register, because my register is so high up the pitch. Now, if I play with like a DLP on defense, if I'm playing against a 4-2-3-1, my register, my DLP, right, is next to their AM all the time, so I can get sucker punched into a counter attack. Yeah, there's so many ways, man. But the register is my favorite in this setup, right? If I play this, I'll go with register half the time. I love the register. The register is my favorite role against the AI. I have to qualify this every time I do this. Against the AI, I love the register. Against the human opponent, I have to see what they're playing. I'm not that good at it yet, right? So I'm getting the hang of it. I mean, like seeing a formation come up against me and I'm going, oh, he's playing this, okay? This formation is vulnerable to this formation, so I'm going to play this formation. So I do that a lot now in draft mode. But it all depends on the kind of players I have, because I'm unlike other guys, right? Other guys, they play that one formation or two they got plan A, plan B. No, I have plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm like all the plans. Okay, he's playing this formation, I'll go to this. They're playing this formation, I'll play this. You're playing this formation, I'll play this. That's how I do it. So when I recruit my players, right, it's for one principal formation, but then after that, I become very, very experimental. I'll never win any draft mode competition because I just have too much fun playing against humans and having to think, will this work? This sounds like fun. So this is fun. Please do a 3-4-3 with wingers. 3-4-3 with wingers. Oh, that 3-4-3. This one. Got 3-4-3 like this. Oh, baby. 3-4-3. Got this. You got 3-4-3 like this. You can do a 3-4-3 like this. I tell you should watch my earlier shows with earlier live streams with Dundee United. This is what I was playing with Dundee, man. This is what I was playing in Dundee. It's a crazy ass system. Yeah. I was playing this with Dundee. It's a very aggressive 3-4-3, right? This is one way you can play. You want to play something like this, these guys have to be held back. Then you got other ones where you can play like this, and then you can play them. It all depends on the players you have. I personally prefer, my personal choice is defensive wingers and support. I always go for this, white midfielder. Only I will go wingers, but it'll depend on the opposition. And depends on what formation they're playing. It's not clear cut, it's not the best formation, but if I want to put a lot of pressure on the opposition, then I'll go with wingers on attack. That means you cannot bring the ball out of defense, right? I'll go wingers. But there's a big risk factor here, the ball over the top. If they can work the ball out from the back line, then I'm in trouble, which is the reason why this is mandatory. You have to have prevent shot goalkeeper distribution. You have to be pressing aggressively. Sometimes I even do this extremely urgent because very rare you see me doing this, right? But I might do this a lot when I'm playing a 3-4-3 because I want all these guys to put a lot of pressure on their defenders. And I'm also using roles that will do that, like pressing forwards, right? Advanced forwards. I will not use something stupid like a F9 in this formation. Right. This is terrible choice for a 3-4-3 because you need these guys to put a lot of pressure on backlines. You're going to use wingers on attack. Other alternatives is you can use white midfielders, defensive wingers. Even white playmakers are not a bad option. This is actually kind of a funky choice. I've seen players use this in their formations, and I think this is a good option as well. White playmakers, because they hold up the ball, right, they're looking for options in the box. Shadow striker, pressing for and support. And then you got maybe a deep line. No, you got CM on support, CM on defense, right? Okay, another option that you can have. So you can even set up with white playmakers. These guys just gonna ping balls into the box all day long. Ping pong, all day. Put a target man here, guaranteed this guy's gonna go for the cross all the time, man. They're gonna look for this guy all every day from Monday to Sunday. So with wingbacks and wingers, you just have to just modify it. So, but I like the This is I've done quite a few 3-4-1-2s, three setups, a lot of them. Yeah. This is a very, very deadly formation. It can be, but if you want to see the various ways I can play, go and check out my Dundee streams. Very early in Football Manager, the Football Manager cycle. Okay, guys. Well, I want to thank everybody, guys, for coming in. Today we was doing a shorter stream. We were just focusing on the 4-3-1-2, the formation itself, and how we can, create different versions of a 4-3-1-2. So I want to thank you guys for popping in. I don't like to keep these tactical live streams too long, because then it becomes like, you go off tangent for hours on end. And I have a habit of really losing the plot, talking non-stop. Then it just makes no sense again. All right, so I want to thank everybody for popping in today's stream. You guys were absolutely fantastic. And this weekend, what's happening this weekend? This weekend, I'm in the Wasted Possession final. I'm in the FM playoffs final. So I made it to the finals of 2 draft championships. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, man. Because it's so late in the morning. Nowadays, I'm beginning to feel that these are happening very late for me. They're making me very tired. Yeah, so I don't know about the future, but I enjoy it a lot. So this weekend is going to be my appearance in the finals of 2 draft modes. So I would appreciate it if you could pop by and say hello. It's on twitch.tv/Bustthenet. So you guys stay safe, take care. Once again, I'll thank you for all the support. And if I have ever said anything to offend you in the comments or on chat or in person or in spirit, or I might have come in your dream, all right, please forgive me. You guys take care. Have a good one. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.